Hi guys, welcome to the Makeup Hunter. I'm Laura. In today's video we're going to be doing another Declutter Diaries. Yes! So in today's episode we are on episode 4. We are going to be looking at all my powder blushes and powder bronzers, and there's a lot to go through. We're also going to be looking at my rather small false eyelash collection. So, as I've mentioned in previous videos, this isn't going to be a huge roasty declutter. There's not going to be a like, oh my god, 50% of my collection has gone or 90% of my collection has gone. It's more a exercise in refamiliarising myself with my collection, reminding myself of some items that I used to love that I've perhaps forgotten about, items that I've purchased, shoved in a drawer and never used, which is happening quite regularly, and to just sort of give myself a bit of a wake-up call, really, to remind myself of what I've got and that I never need to buy another makeup product in my life. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then please keep watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up, give me a like if you like what you see. Leave me a comment, it means the absolute world to me, and I do reply to every comment. Hit that notification bell to be reminded on the very rare occasions that I upload to this channel. Right, let's get organised. Bye. Hi guys, we are doing another episode of Declutter Diaries, and today we are working on this drawer, which is blushes, powder bronzers, and it's got my lashes in. This drawer is really stressing me out, and I feel like I need to be really more cutthroat than I have been up to yet. So also in this drawer is a couple of items that I had forgotten to put away in the drawers that I've already done, that were in my makeup bag from when I did my Get Ready With Me talking about my endometriosis. So there's just a couple of odd products that will be put into other drawers once I've finished, if I keep them, of course. So let's get this all laid out on the bed and we'll go through it, and hopefully you'll be seeing a much more cutthroat Laura today. Okay, it's took me quite a while to get this set up correctly, and I'm working complete with natural light and the sun keeps going in and out, so it might change. I'm not gonna go through every individual item here because I think we'll just be here for far too long. So what I'm probably going to do is speed up the process of me looking through the items and choosing what I'm going to keep and what's a maybe and what's a get rid of, and then I'll talk you through the items that way. So as far as my lashes are concerned, I do actually wear lashes during normal circumstances when I'm going out. So if I've got a special meal to go to or something like that, or I just want to feel a bit extra special, I do use lashes, but the style of lashes that I wear has changed over the years, so some of these can definitely go. So like I say, I'm gonna leave the camera here, but I'm going to just speed up the process of me sorting through things, splitting it into categories, and then we'll go through and talk about it. Okay, so I'm sorry you can see the tripod leg, but I can't really do anything about that. This is what I'm keeping out of the bronzers, and these are what I'm getting rid of. So I'm getting rid of the I Heart Revolution Summer of Love blush. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this blush. It's really pretty, a really good drugstore option for a bronzer. But it's very, very similar to a couple of higher end bronzers that I've kept in my collection. So I'm getting rid of that one. I'm also finally going to part with my Urban Decay Naked Flushed. I've had this for a very long time. I'm almost pan in the highlighter and the bronzer. I started using this again recently to try and pan it, but I really didn't like how the bronzer looked on my skin. The highlighter is absolutely stunning. The blush is a little bit too pink for my preferences. And the bronzer, I just found it looked a little bit muddy, so I'm not sure if it's past its best. It is really old. I've had it a long time, and I feel like I've got my use out of it. So I'm probably not going to pass this on to anybody. I think I am actually going to dispose of this one because, like I say, I think it's probably past its best. Then I have my MAC. This is, I got this because everybody was raving about this for as a bronzer. It's actually a face powder. It's the Mineralised Skin Finish in Medium Deep. It's a beautiful bronzer, very similar to the I Heart Revolution one, but I just find it a little bit too orange on my skin. I have very cool undertones, and I find this colour a little bit too orange, so I'm going to pass that one on. And then out of my kit I have my little individual pans. I should have talked about these in my when I was talking about my contour products, but I was using it in that Get Ready With Me. This is a bronzer, this is a contour powder, these are highlighters. These three are out of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit in Light, and this is a Makeup Geek bronzer. Now again, this, when I used it the last few times I've done my makeup, I found it looked a little bit patchy, a little bit muddy. As I say, it's really old. It's probably about 5-6 years old, something like that. So that one is going to go. There's absolutely nothing wrong with these contour products, so I'm going to take this one out, dispose of this one, and then pass these on. The reason I'm getting rid of these is I just don't use them. I love my Inglot HD Sculpt powders far too much, so I'm going to pass these on, dispose of this. And then this is what I'm keeping. So I've got my Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow, absolutely love. My Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Bronzer, brand new in my collection. I could probably do with a shade up, but I can make this one work, and the formula is stunning. My Fenty Beauty Powder Bronzer in the shade In the Sun. Perfect bronzer shade for me, lovely formula. This is a limited edition MAC bronzer that, again, I absolutely love the formula of this. It's like a baked formula, it's got slight radiance to it, and the colour is perfect. This Milani shimmery bronzer. Now I am one that loves a bit of glow in my bronzer, and this is absolutely stunning. I like this for when I'm on holiday because you can sort of dust it across your collarbone, across your shoulders, and it just looks beautiful. Really good drugstore option. This is old but it's still good, and it's one of my absolute favourite products in my collection. I'll probably never get rid of it for simply for sentimental reasons. This is from the Sharon Osbourne and Kelly Osbourne collection that they did with MAC. This is Sharon Osbourne's bronzer and highlighter. The bronzer is my favourite colour for my skin tone, and the highlighter is stunning. I think the highlighter might actually be soft and gentle, but these two are just absolutely stunning. I like mixing them together for a really glowy bronze. I used to do Unique. Yes, I was one of those stupid people who fell for an MLM scheme. One of the only products that I kept from Unique. Actually really like this bronzer. It's that baked glowy formula, so keeping that one, but it is a reminder of bad decisions. Then I've got NARS Laguna. This is from the original packaging. Still absolutely fine, nothing wrong with this. It's one of those bronzers that is slightly too deep for me, so I reserve it for when I want to be a bit extra glam and go a little bit heavier with my makeup. Hoola, similar to this one, slightly too dark, but I keep it for when I want to go a bit heavier. Another one of my favourite bronzers of all time, the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion. This is in the lightest shade. Absolutely gorgeous tone for me, and it again has got that slight radiance to it. I've got my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I got this when they finally came to be available in the UK. I've not really used it a great deal. It is a really nice bronzer, but I just, honestly, it's not as special as people make it out for. I suppose for a drugstore price it is a really nice bronzer, but I actually prefer the Milani bronzers. So that's all I'm keeping bronzers wise. Now I'm going to do the same and show you what I'm keeping out of the blush category. Okay, so I think I've managed to get all of my blushes in shot that I'm keeping. I know it's still a hell of a lot. I do absolutely love blusher. It's probably one of my favourite parts of my makeup routine. So I'll just briefly show you what I'm getting rid of. So this is a little collection of 3 Makeup Geek blushes. These were out of my makeup kit. There's absolutely nothing wrong with these blushes. Unlike the bronzer, these perform absolutely fine. The only reason I'm going to pass these on, I'm actually going to give these to my mum, because I know for a fact that she absolutely loves this shade, and I know that these all look really pretty on her as well. I've actually got very similar colours in my MAC blushes, so I'm going to pass these on to her, and hopefully she'll give them a lot more love than I have been. I'm going to pass on this MAC blush. It's just a little bit too light. I actually like quite a strong blush look, and this just doesn't show up enough. This one is Immortal Flower, and it's exactly the same for these others. So I've got Baby Don't Go, which I was using in my Shop My Stash. I've used it a couple of times. It's a nice nude blush, like a really nice nude tone, but it's just a little bit too light. It just adds a little bit of a sheen, and I've got some gorgeous nude tone blushes from Colourpop that I prefer. Same for Harmony. This was I purchased as a contour, a pale skin friendly contour, when contour products weren't like that readily available. Now I've got other contour products, my Inglot ones that I like much better, and this is Well Dressed. This used to be my absolute favourite blusher. I've used it quite a bit, even though it doesn't look like I have, but again it's just a little bit too light. I swatched it on my hand when I was sorting through these, and it doesn't show up at all. So those are going to be passed on to my mum if she wants them. And then these are what I'm keeping out of my powder blushes. So I'm not going to go through all of these. These are the MAC blushes that I'm keeping. I've kept mainly the more brighter colours, and the like these ones that are very reflective. YSL blushes. YSL does one of my favourite formulas of blushes. I've got this little Makeup Forever trio that I made myself. It's got 2 blushes and a highlighter. I don't give these enough love. I forget I've got them, but they are stunning, absolutely stunning. Makeup Forever isn't really very easy to get hold of here in the UK. Otherwise I think I'd have a lot more. It used to be available in one of our department stores, Debenhams, but then they took it out, and Debenhams unfortunately has gone out of business now, so it's not easy to get hold of. I've got this Morphe palette. These blushes are really nice. I like having a blush palette on hand if I'm feeling indecisive or I'm going away somewhere for a few days. It's nice just to have a nice selection of colours, and these are all really pretty. Then I've got new blushes to my collection, Charlotte Tilbury and the Dior one. And then probably my absolute favourite blushes out of my entire collection are the Colourpop blushes. I've got all the Kathleen Lights ones that she did in her collab with Colourpop, one of her many collabs with Colourpop. I've got So Retrograde, Luna Has It, My Sun and Stars, and I Need Space. These are just so pretty, and one of these is this one. This is a nude tone blusher, but as you can see it's a much stronger, richer colour than the MAC ones, so obviously keeping those. And then I've got these other ones from Colourpop. I've got two from the Making Mauves collection, one from the Peach Please collection, and one of the Mulan blushes. This is a really pretty shimmery blush, so that's what I'm keeping. And I've kept a couple of affordable options. I don't have a huge amount of affordable makeup in my collection, which is a real... it's a negative on my part. I am a real makeup snob, but I am coming around to drugstore and affordable makeup. I'm trying to branch out a little bit and experience a few more better priced options, because if I don't stop this luxury and high-end beauty habit, I am going to be living in a cardboard box, or I'll have to sell a body part. So, and most of my body parts don't work very well anyway, so I've kept two affordable options. L'Oreal's Life's a Peach. This is a beautiful peach blush. It's quite similar to the Colourpop one that I've got. This one actually smells like peaches. And I've also kept, of course, Milani Luminoso, one of the prettiest blushes to ever exist. Milani is a drugstore brand that I haven't really tried much of because it wasn't very easy to get hold of at one time in the UK, but it's now available on Beauty Bay, and I have quite a few Milani products in my wish list at the moment. So yeah, those are the blushes that I'm keeping. Just briefly, this should have been in my highlight drawer, which was the previous video that I did to this one. In this series anyway. It was in my makeup kit. It's a beautiful highlight palette. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. All the shades work on my skin, even this deeper one I can make work. These ones are like a baked formula, and these are like a traditional pressed. Really nice palette. Soph's collab with Makeup Revolution was really well done. It was a really nice collab. I had all of the products. I've decluttered everything else from my collection. Over the last 12 months I pretty much got rid of everything that was drugstore in my collection, but I kept this in my kit. It's just a highlight palette this size with this variety. Doesn't really inspire me, it doesn't excite me. Even my ABH ones, my glow kits that I've got for ABH, I never think to reach for a highlight palette. I like highlight singles. My mum is recently getting into highlight, so I think she'll probably really appreciate this, so I'll pass that on to her. Okay, I'm going to put all these aside and then I'll just show you briefly my false lashes. Okay, so these are the lashes that I've kept. The two that I'm getting rid of are these two. As you can see, these are incredibly dramatic lashes. I've got Violet Voss and Glam & Co. I'm not 100% sure if you can get Glam & Co anymore. They were an Instagram brand that I had the Disney Princesses bundle from. I've worn the other two that were in this collection. They're a really good quality lash. You can wear them over and over. There's absolutely nothing wrong with them. It's just the style of both of these lashes. They're just far too heavy for the kind of makeup that I like to do now. You know, at one time I was all about glitter, big thick wing liner and a big massive lash, but it's just not my style of makeup anymore. I'm knocking on a bit and I like a more subtle lash. So these are the lashes that I've kept. I really do miss those nights of getting ready, sticking your lashes on, having a drink while you're getting ready to go out, and then just going out and letting your hair down. I honestly feel like I can't remember what that feels like. So I am determined that there will be occasions to wear these lashes eventually. So these are 2 drugstore lashes. These are by a brand called Pinky Goat. I've not tried either of these or this brand before, but this is the sort of lash that I like. So a fluttery, like wispy style lash. Then I've got these 2 Doll Beauty lashes. I really like, I'm not a huge fan of a lash that's sort of like thicker on the outside and that fans out like a cat eye style. I like to have the majority of the lash sort of in the centre, so it's like rounded and fuller in the centre, to give me a bit like that, like Bambi eye kind of look. So these are the 2 that I've got from Doll Beauty. I've worn this pair already. These are a really beautiful, good quality lash. This is the exact style that I was talking about. I really like this sort of style of lash. So I've kept those 2. I've got 4 pairs from Kiss Lashes, another drugstore brand that I've not actually tried yet. I've kept some more dramatic ones from Kiss, and then I've got these that are a little bit more, you know, subtle, the type that I mainly go for. And then these are some of my absolute favourite lashes. These are by a brand called Eldora. I've had multiple pairs of Eldora lashes over the years, and these are the 3 pairs that I've got left. They're such a light lash. They don't weigh the eye down. The band is really flexible, they're easy to apply, and they just look so pretty. These ones are my favourite. So yeah, I've got those, and then my last pair of red cherry lashes. I had quite a lot of these from Amazon, eBay, sorry, several years ago, and these are the last ones that are left. Most of these lashes that I've got in my collection are several years old, but lashes don't expire, so, well, I don't think they, excuse me, I certainly don't think they do. I use Duo lash adhesive, the latex free one, which I keep separate. I never use the glue that comes with the lashes. So that's everything. So what I'm going to do now is put everything back in the drawer. Hopefully it fits a lot better. I'll speed through the process and then I'll come back and show you what everything looks like. Okay, so that's everything done, and it's way neater in there, nothing's overflowing, I can see everything. Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. And then I've just got my Kiss lashes just to pop on the top. Yes, and it'll all fit in the drawer now. So thank you very much for watching this declutter. This is a little bit of a look at an overview of what I'm getting rid of, which is a little bit healthier than the last few declutters that I've done. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. Please give me a like if you enjoyed this video. I really do appreciate it. I reply to every comment I get, so please do leave me a comment if you have any feedback, or if there's any other videos that you'd like me to film. I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're well. I hope that whatever is going on in your life at the moment is not too overwhelming. And if it is, I'm sending you all the healing thoughts and the love in the world. Keep loving each other. Keep loving yourself. I love you. And thanks very much for watching. Bye now.